Sage Steele said she was in the mood to tell the truth. She pointed out that the Democratic Party uses racial politics to gain power, scolded her for identifying as biracial.
Barack Obama chose black and he's biracial. I'm like, well, congratulations to the president. That's his thing. I think that's fascinating considering his black dad was nowhere to be found, but his white mom and grandma raised him. But hey, you do you. I'm going to do me.
Now listen to that. Was there a single untrue statement? Was there anything meant in malice? Was that unreasonable in any way, even a tiny bit? No, not at all. But ESPN pulled Sage Steele off the air immediately for saying this, and then they attacked her in an Orwellian fashion that befits them. Quote, "We embrace different points of view, but we expect that those points of view to be expressed respectfully." Respectfully? Did you see the tape? Was there anything more respectful than what she just said? You do you, she said. No, she disagreed, so they crushed her. Jason Whitlock knows this world very well. He's covered sports for decades. He's now the host of Fearless. He joins us tonight. Jason, thanks so much for coming on. I'd only read about this. I had never seen the tape until right now, and I don't know Sage Steele, but boy, did she come off as completely reasonable and thoughtful and not an ideologue or a hater or anything. She's just like saying obvious stuff. Are you surprised they crushed her?
I'm not surprised they crushed her. I do know Sage Steele. She's one of the best people working in our industry, and she's just coming from a real and authentic place.
Yes.
I think it's inappropriate that biracial kids, particularly when there's a black-white mix, are forced to choose and be assigned, oh, you're just black. You have to disavow the white half of you. I think it's perfectly appropriate for her to point this out. Sage Steele is biracial. I think this whole thing is a relic of the one-drop rule that was instigated in the 1700s, 1600s by racists. If you have one drop of black blood, therefore you're considered fully black. We love, in this modern society, this woke society, this social justice, Marxist society we're building, any relics from the racist past, we love to adopt and hang on to and apply to modern American society. That's why, again, racists came up with the one-drop rule, and we're beholden to it. Racists came up with calling black people the N-words. Black people, we're now beholden to it, and we've taken that name on, and it's ours to use, and we're most proud of it. It's our favorite word. We've turned it into a term of endearment. It's all comes from the fruit of the racist tree. Why modern day racists are holding on to it while calling themselves liberators and freedom fighters and social justice warriors. They're bigots and racists. And Tucker, you made the greatest point at the beginning. There's two things you can't talk about in this new society they've built here. You can't question the vaccine, and you damn sure can't question Barack Obama, who needs to be questioned and who Sage Steele has properly. This man should drop to his knees every day and thank his white mama and white grandparents for saving his rear end and helping create him and move him forward in life. And instead, he rejects the white side of his family and claims to be all black. It's a joke. They're all a joke. They're all racist. And they all are beholden to racist ideologies and beliefs that we should have let go in the 1700s and 1800s.
But it empowers certain groups, so they continue to. It empowers the Democratic Party, right? So that's why they do it. You're one of the very few people I've ever heard say that out loud. I've been thinking about it since the first time you said it on our air. I just have to ask really quick, what kind of response do you get when you point that out?
It's mixed, but Tucker, you've taken me to a great point because I love to hammer it. It needs to be hammered over and over again. Things that unite us. They're telling us to disavow and embrace things, skin color and sexual orientation or gender identity. Those things separate us. They want us to lean into that. That's the mistake we're making here in this country.
When you say things like that, I think you're one of the most important voices that we have. So I appreciate your coming on the show and saying that. Jason Whitlock.